Okay, I'm going to do my best to articulate this one and explain it well. So let's play whose fault is it? Okay. So I came and rented a welder from Home Depot Pro today, and I get it back to the house and we're working on the project and it stops working. The metal on it burns out. Okay. So the people, mind you, this is my first time actually renting a welder. I don't know anything. I know about solder, like doing piping, but for cars, I don't know anything about welding. I don't work on cars. I do construction. So, when I go to the store, I'm not educated on the fact that there's any metal that I have to get. Okay. Then, so I rent the welder. The lady who I'm actually doing the rental with, she doesn't explain to me, do you have metal? Do you need any? You know what I mean? She doesn't explain anything like that to me. And there's just a little bit so I get the welder back to the house. We're using it and it literally burns out in the matter of 10 minutes. Okay. So I'm calling them, whatever. I can't get through. It's actually really hard to get through at Home Depot. So, okay, well, I'll just let them know when I go back and that literally their machine worked for all about 10 minutes and that was it. And so it is, I don't know, it's 8 o'clock at night right now. So I go to bring the machine back and I say, hey, so I want to bring this back. What happened was it didn't come with any other metal. There was no metal sticks. And that's when the guy tells me, you're supposed to buy that. I'm going, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? And so I said, well, I got it in the morning. And then the lady who actually sold it to me didn't tell me that. And he made a look. He was like, okay. So then, anyway, he calls his manager. One thing leads to another. He calls his manager and it's another lady. She's getting the whole story. Okay. She's saying, yeah, so this is what's going on. Did you try to call us? Because we're really good at picking up the phones. And I'm like, okay, so we did try to call and no one picked up the phone. Regardless of how good you guys are picking up the phone, nobody picked up the phone. Blah, blah, blah. This is what's going on. Okay. So anyway, I said, yeah. And matter of fact, I was going to actually take it for another day. The experience with it hasn't been great, so you can have your machine back. And the helmet was still at home, so I had to run all the way back and get the helmet. So I did that. I bring it all back. I come back. He says to me, she wants me to charge you $35. And I go, okay, wonderful. Who else do I speak to? I'm like, there's no way I'm going to pay $35 to use a welder for 10 minutes. So anyway, I'm just astounded. So what I'm wondering is, who would you say is in the wrong? The people that I had to go rent the welder for, I don't think they were in the wrong, to be honest with you. It's not their job to fucking educate me on a welder. So there is the sales clerk, which rented. Okay, so there's the sales clerk. There's the people I got the welder for. Okay. They're not responsible for educating me on a fucking welder. There's the sales clerk who I rented it from. Is it her responsibility to educate me on the welder? The sales clerk that works for the company. And then there's the clerk there that actually I did that I returned the equipment to. Okay. He handled it very well. He told me that the manager wanted to charge more, and he said he lowered it to $5. So then there's the manager. There's actually the counter manager. She was the one that wanted to charge, so on and so forth. She was like, well, her thing was, when you go and rent a car and something goes wrong, something happens with the car, they still charge you like per hour for the car. And I go, ma'am, I said, if I went to rent a car and I returned the car and there was something wrong with the car, like, I returned to that. They're not charging me to rent the fucking car. That actually, I've had that happen. No, they don't. So that astounded me that after sharing the whole story with her of what happened, her sale, like she didn't want to take that. Like she did not want to take that hit. That $30 was that important to her. So are the people that needed the welder in the wrong? Are the was the sales clerk in the wrong? Was the counter manager in the wrong? The counter manager that after all this, she still wanted to fucking charge me to rent the welder. Who was in the wrong here? What do you guys think? Because that was insane, to be honest with you. After I dropped off the stuff, I actually said, that is crazy. She still wants to charge me. He goes, I'll be honest with you. That's not a comfortable situation. It just, wasn't she? He's like, I don't think she's handling this right myself. So, who's in the wrong? Let me know, because I'm thinking about this and I'm like, what? Are you fucking serious? So, oh, by the way, to rent it for 4 hours is $40. And she wants to, she was wanting, she said, because I rented it for a whole day. And she said, well, instead of charging her a whole day, just charge her a half a day. Are you out of your ever fucking loving mind? Who's in the wrong here? Please let me know.